Hello everyone, this is Bigalski.
And this is JayTB.
And this is another episode of NG Talk featuring my good buddy Wyansas. Say a few words if you want to, Wyansas.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Wyansas. Meeting here with Bigalski. He invited me to do this, which I thought was very generous, and I'm meeting JayTB for the first time.
So what this video is all about, kind of like with Ninjilla, we're going to get him to play through a chapter, whatever chapter he wanted to do, showing his gameplay. If you watch, his movement's awesome. His on-landing jumps, I mean, you know, he's so good with a lot of things. He's not like me or JayTB in the terms of like really a karma player. He's more of a freeform player. But anyway, it's I think, what made you decide to play like this versus, you know, maybe some other styles that you could do?
I was thinking about this last night, and I think my decision to not go for score was made like really early on. Like I loved the counter so much. Like it was what really made me fall in love with the game. But I noticed that whenever you counter, it resets your combo counter, and I was just kind of discouraged by that, and thought that was kind of lame. And so I think just right there I stopped going for score completely, because I like countering, I like mixing it up, and
well, you know, I didn't know that.
Really?
So
yeah, man.
Keep going. Sorry about that. Just another thing I'm learning. That's the reason I have these videos out, so I can learn. Because I don't know.
Oh yeah, man. Countering's my favorite thing to do, and just counter goes back to zero once you ding. So
Yeah, it's because you block an attack like that. Like it's actually the block that resets your combo, and then it just starts again. Like as soon as you block an attack or get hit in the game, like your combo ends.
I'll tell you what, those guys really can dodge so fast. You know, he dodged your on-landing, you know, Y there. You didn't have the UT, but how he just kind of spun out of the way of all of that. And I just forgot how strong the enemies can be. But your directional jumping, your on-landing jumping, man, all that's so on point. I really need to... Oh, well... When you're not facing anybody, it's great, right?
And I was going... You told me to make a quote flashy video, so I like go for every Azuna drop I can right here early on. So with the red ninjas, I'm jumping a lot and trying to get that in air XY.
Well,
that running Y with the Luna is such a good move. I love that move so much. Although I hate that it changes the noise. You know, when you upgrade the Luna to level 2, you don't get like the sort of the smack sound anymore when you hit them into a wall with rotate Y.
Yeah, you get the slice sound just like the sword.
Yeah.
Well, one reason I said to do a kind of a flash video is because I know that's how you like to play. And, you know, whereas if it was somebody else who wanted to, you know, maybe play for score or do something different, you know, they could make it however they wanted to. But I know you really like the flash and the different moves, and you're good with all the moves from the different weapons. You know, it's not just from what I've seen. You experiment with all moves. I mean, you kind of wall run clean like I do right there, but at least I'm in good hands right there. But this right here, I think, is a pretty fun fight that you do right here coming up.
Yeah, this
and that counter. Sorry, go ahead.
This move up here coming up. I finally get the inner XY coming up right here.
Yeah, because most people don't see that right there.
That's so good on their grab. I mean, then you can do that on any enemy that goes airborne. So you can do it on imps too. You know, imps, when they do that, their kind of jump overhead swipe. You can do that on them too. You can do it to clones, although obviously with clones it's rather risky because, you know, if they hit you, they take, you know, half your life bar off if you don't get your Azuna drop.
Well, what I thought was so cool about that last guy he Azuna dropped, he did the forward XX with the lunar. And then the guy had no head, so it's not like you Azuna drop somebody on his shoulders.
Yeah, that move is with the lunar, especially with the level 1 lunar. It's so cool that you can do that with a level 1 lunar. Whenever I found out that you could do that, it just blew my damn mind. Like I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I actually made a meme about that, about figuring that out.
Nice.
I make Ninja Gaiden memes sometimes, and I made a meme.
Yeah, I've seen them on the forum. They're good. It's, the level 1 Izuna drop with the Lunar, I think, was one of the early myths of the game, that like you couldn't do it with a level 1 weapon. Yeah, you totally can. You just use forward X. But, I mean, you can even do it off of incendiaries. Like incendiaries launch enemies high enough to Izuna drop them, so you can do it that way too with the Lunar.
Yeah, I saw Timmy.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that either. Hey, you forgot your scarab.
Yeah. I mentioned Timmy Gunn in every video I'm in, but that Timmy Gunn was the first person that I saw do that in his Lunar Archive Challenge video.
I love the nunchucks fiend sealer.
Just the sound of it.
Yeah, it's the noise it makes. It's so good.
What's your the most you've got on your combo for the XX with the Lunar while they're with the Chucks while they're up in the air?
Oh,
like the highest combo count. Like who was it?
It was Fat Man. I think if that's a video you're thinking of. Yeah, it was Fat Man. Yeah, you can actually get a full, because they never touch the ground. So if you never mess it up, you can get like 999 combo on that. But you know, if they touch the floor once, they'll just instantly dissolve. So you have to like not mess it up one time. So I think you get
That's
4 hits at a time.
Whenever you say it like that, they'll instantly dissolve. It's like gross, man.
And I forget to, or no, that's later, I guess. Oh no, it's right here.
Those guys, I mean, just their little swipes like that as you're running by, it's so annoying.
Yeah, it's a chunk of damage too. Like that's a good 25% probably of your health bar right there.
Yeah, that's
like just for one slash.
That's my least favorite move there, because the timing is so weird. That forward flip with the downward slam that they do, it's really hard to time.
He likes doing that kick too. What is that? Forward Y or forward X?
Forward X.
Forward X is the kick. Yeah, with the
Okay.
nunchucks.
Oh, you tried to get a little jazzy there. And sometimes they'll punish you whenever you try to get a little jazzy.
Sure. I do love the slide tackle too.
Yeah. You know, that's the one thing that I've always enjoyed about people who are freeformers, all the creativity that comes in this. Because, see, me, I would have to think about it so much that it would get lost. What about you guys? Whenever y'all do things like that, do you have to think about it, or you just, I'm going to do this string now, or how does that come about on what you decide you want to do, being creative?
For mainly, it's just what would look cool, like it's and like that's kind of subjective, I guess. But it's like the flails, for example. Like I love the cremator string, the XX forward X, where he like spins it around his body and hits him like a bunch of times. Like that string just looks so cool, but it's not a great string. So you do have to know when to go for that. You know what I mean? If you go for that in open space and then you're just sat there whiffing, like you're gonna get lit up for doing it. So it's like that a delicate balance of what's going to look cool, but what's not going to get me hit. Like what's actually going to land,
Right. What about you, Wyansas?
Yeah, pretty much the same. This game is different from a lot of games that you try to like quote freeform. Like the enemies pretty much dictate what you're going to do. And in other games, like you pretty much run the show. But here you've got to just watch out. What's going to look.
Wow, look at that. That almost.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking right there, because the ninjas didn't strafe. It felt like a good time to do that neutral jump right there, but none of those ninjas had strafe. It was clearly not the right time to try that. Could have died right there. Yeah.
Well, that just goes to show how good you understand the pattern too, and also notice for people we've talked about absorbing essence. Notice he picked up the blue but left the yellow out. So you can do that. There was a good example of releasing the block just enough to absorb the essence you want. Yeah, you do like those counters, but they're just so good, and people really have to understand the timing of the counters, and then because you just can't mash, either the X or Y depending on which weapon you have to counter, because you will get punished if you mess it up, especially on.
And the nunchucks are really quite powerful against human enemies. Because they have so many ways to completely immobilize the enemies, like either into the air or onto the ground. So they're actually quite powerful in these early chapters when mostly you're facing human enemies.
And especially once you hit something with the chucks, especially if it's a commando, like something that doesn't have any like defense where they're going to evade you, as soon as you make contact with a string, like you can just kind of XX them over and over again to death, and they just cannot move out of that string.
Oh, nice counter.
There's a good close-up of the fiend there too.
Yeah. And that's good kind of recognition of, the guys behind you gonna be coming. Wow, your combo was up to 80. Nice. And then that resets it, right? Oh wow, you lost all the points. Yeah,
changing your weapon.
Like mission mode.
Yeah, changing your weapon before your combo count registers. Yeah, that will zero out your combo.
Oh, I didn't know that. And you didn't get any points for that 80 combo.
Right.
Yeah. Same with projectiles too. Like if you throw like an incendiary and like that adds to your combo, but then you change projectiles, like that will actually kill your combo too.
Good to know.
Nice on landing counter right there. Like you jumped out of the way and then you blocked it right when he was coming to swing down at you. Always having that block on. There's your move, JayTB, that you liked a little bit.
Yeah, the running Y.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, that. I just wish that you could keep the level 1 sound. That's the only thing I would change about the Luna. Like, just keep the level 1 sound on that, especially when you run them into a war with it, because you just hear it like 5 times, like super fast.
Super satisfying.
And have you ever thought about playing for score, or this is just way too much fun? Because playing for score doesn't look anywhere as fun as this. Is that bad for me to say, coming from a score player?
I would say I'd say that's pretty accurate. Yeah, like playing for score is like the end result is what's fun. It's the everything in between is kind of, it can be a bit of a grind.
I could see maybe getting into no reset karma runs.
That's good I wish more people would do that.
Yeah, that does seem fun to me. But yeah, just resetting over and over again when you don't get an optimal fight, that does not sound fun. And I'm not going to go for 50 million Bigalski, but certain missions, certain missions in mission mode, I could definitely see myself grinding out a high score.
Well, I think on the video, I've got it ready. I haven't posted it up yet, but it'll be coming up. There's certain missions you don't have to grind. Even some of the Marvis missions, you wouldn't have to. I mean, you'd probably have to have a good EL. Eventually, you're going to have to farm some of the Marvis missions, but I like the finish there with the running XXX. Isn't that what it is, JT? The forward
yeah, it's forward XX into running XX. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So, did you show your ranking at the end? I mean, it should be Master Ninja, but because it's based on points, do you remember what it was?
No, I didn't. I don't remember that.
And that's the thing, though, that kind of is a little upsetting about the game. And before, we'll continue talking about that, but one of the other things I asked Wyansas to do is, maybe show something about what he likes to do. So we're going to continue talking about the game, but then he's also going to talk about this video. He's big into skiing, so this is actually a pretty cool first perspective. But finishing what I was saying, it's a shame that the end of chapter ranking is based solely on points versus, too bad they don't have like a flair or a style, because people watch his videos and, oh my god, he's only a head ninja, but really the movement and the combos and the understanding of the game, says otherwise.
Yeah, it's something that I would like to know. Like, I have been tempted, especially since the Master Collection dropped, because I feel like just because that game now has trophies, people they're wanting to get those Master Ninja ranks. And because, generally speaking, people tend to skip fights, and sometimes they don't make a lot of time bonuses, that they're quite down on points. But it is a shame that there's nothing else there. Like, I feel like there is no way for them to do both. Like, if they did like a DMC style kind of system, and even that is kind of still points based when you really break it down. But I don't know if they could really do both, in NGB.
Well, I think they could do something like what they do with mission mode, like giving you points for not using ninpo and health items. because that's just a fun way to play in itself. Just like choosing not to choosing not to heal.
Well, that's what he did the whole. You didn't use any supplies or ninpo during that whole run on Master Ninja with limited weapons at the original life bar, and at the end of the day,
in that run,
in
that run that we just showed,
just shows whatever your ranking.
In that video we just showed, or in my no save run, because I used plenty of.
No, just this one right here. Yeah, because but so before we start talking about this, how'd you get your name again?
Wyansas. It's a corny name. I couldn't think of anything better, and I honestly still can't. It's a portmanteau of the two states that I grew up in, Wyoming and Kansas, and Wyant.
Actually, that's kind of cool. That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it.
It does make sense, and it is kind of cool. But like nobody on Twitch knows how to pronounce it. Like I put a comment on there, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, Wyan? How you doing, Wyan?" But yeah, it's just one of those PSN names that you choose in like 2011, and then can never change, and so you just stick with it.
Yeah.
So when did you start playing Ninja Gaiden then? If you picked your name in 2011.
Yeah, I looked this up last night. I turned on my PS3 and saw that my earliest save of Ninja Gaiden Sigma was January 2013, which is a lot later than I thought it was. I remember buying a PS3 in 2011, but I didn't remember waiting 2 years before I played NGB.
Oh wow. Or Sigma.
Yeah, Sigma.
When did you play NGB? When did you?
Well, I fell in love with Sigma pretty quickly. It's like by the time I finished Master Ninja, which I saw was in June, it was already my favorite game of all time. And then I just
Oh wow.
I just had to get NGB, and so I don't know. I definitely tried NGB after finishing Master Ninja on Sigma.
So my question is, this is an interesting viewpoint. JTB and I were one of the the gamers that NGB came first, and then Sigma came second in terms of that series. But yours, Sigma came first, and NGB came second. So how would you rate the two? Like NGB is, to me, better than Sigma. But what do you think?
Yeah, same. Like, just sometimes they messed with the in Sigma they changed like just enemy behavior, like in cramped spaces, like the red dinos are just kind of confused in Sigma, but in black in like tight spaces, like after the zombie challenge, like they're confused in Sigma, but a lot more aggressive in black. And I don't know, like quality of life enhancements, like being able to heal whenever you want to is nice, but
Right. But if you had to pick one,
yeah, if I had to pick one, probably black. Oh, and
Good choice.
and
see, I would have ran into all these trees already right now. Amazing. So go ahead.
no,
Finish what you were
just
saying. Sorry.
the dodging is a little different in Sigma 2. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that throws off a lot of people when they've played a lot of black, like to go to Sigma.
Yeah, but starting off with Sigma and going to black, I prefer the black dodge for sure.
So, what made you decide to get into skiing? Was it because you lived in Wyoming? See, whenever I think skiing, I would always think Wyoming before Kansas. Were there places to ski in Kansas? Or you just got into it later on in life?
Well, grew up in Kansas, moved to Wyoming at age 13, but before that, my family and I went next door to Colorado, like seemed like at least every other year. But I didn't start skiing all the time and get good until I moved to Wyoming. And
Wow.
and this is from a ski trip that I went on this winter.
And where is this?
This is Jackson Hole, right here. This is my home mountain. This is I went to high school in Jackson, Wyoming, and
oh wow, God, what a beautiful place.
The
So up there by
amazing.
Yellowstone, where we were, JTB, it's a little bit south of.
yeah, I saw a
Tetons.
picture of you guys somewhere
Sure.
online in Yellowstone. So you guys might have stopped through here.
Yeah, I've been through, Shelly and I have been through Jackson Hole before, but I think on this trip we came a little bit from instead of south through Jackson Hole coming north up to the Tetons, we came from the west and missed Jackson Hole.
Yeah, it's
but still, beautiful
absolutely
country.
beautiful.
I mean, so whenever you do a run like this, how do you decide where to go? I mean, do people get irritated because you like go off the path, or is all this kind of make the path you want? Just be careful of people. How does this work? I've never been skiing.
Well, whenever I'm skiing with my family, which is what I usually do, like they just prefer if they get annoyed if I stick with them and don't go off the path because they feel like they're holding me back. But
Oh, how fast are you going here, would you say?
this is probably like 35 maybe.
Wow, nice.
Um,
Have you wiped out at 35? Look at the guy
oh
on
yeah,
the
I've wiped out
snowboard.
at like 50.
Oh wow. Any major broken bones or damage
Concussion.
or anything? Oh wow. Like people when like that lady was kind of skiing, do you have to say, hey, right behind you, or move to the left,
Or
or move
just-
to the right, or how does
Just
that work?
click my ski poles together usually, and just make some sound. Let them know that you're coming.
Oh, okay. JTB, have you ever been skiing or anything?
No, I haven't. No, it is something I would like to try, but no, there's nowhere like like in the UK really that I know of that you'd be able to do it really.
Skiing is the most fun sport, I think. I've surfed a little bit, I've skated a little bit, and I don't really know how it gets much better than like skiing on like a powder day.
Why do you say that? Just because of all your different options? Can you jump or flip or any of that stuff? Or?
Yeah, I was thinking about this last night. I kind of ski as I play Ninja Gaiden. You know, I ski as one plays Ninja Gaiden. Really, like the game kind of makes you play kind of conservatively. Like it's kind of hard to be flashy in Ninja Gaiden and stay alive. And so on skis, yeah, I'm just kind of I just kind of go downhill. But I do like doing the hard stuff. I do like doing the steeps and the trees and stuff like that. But I don't really get flashy. I don't go into the park. I don't do rails and stuff like that. But I am kind of getting the itch to like I made a big jump forward this winter actually, and I am kind of getting the itch to like start going a little aerial, start doing like some 180s and 360s here and there.
Well, you'll definitely have to come back and update us whenever you do that. And this is really cool because I know Weeble760. I know he snowboards. I'm not sure if he skis too much, but he says it's pretty awesome. I've never done it. I always felt that, you know, somebody my size on a pair of skis and wrecking would be not a very good thing for me. So
Yeah.
it's interesting that you chose something like this. You know, it's not just about playing video. You know, you can play video games at a high level and get out and do other outdoor activities. That was always one of the nerd things that you always hear. Well, if you're good at video games, you must sit in your basement and only do that. And you know, it goes to show, no, there's plenty of life out there, and there's fun and enjoyment to be had in every aspect, from gaming to personal to recreational. So I'm glad you shared that with us. It was very cool. Something different for sure.
Yeah, and I like the first person view as well. The sense of speed on that is very apparent.
Yeah, they're kind of fun to watch, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
they totally are, yeah.
It's too bad I mean, maybe you didn't want your face on camera or something, but I got to see his face, and it was all covered with with frost and snow, and you know, everything that you see when you see people out in the wind and the snow for a long time. And does that hurt your face? Or is it just kind of part of it? You're kind of used to it.
I'm used to it. Like a lot of people wear like neck gaiters and stuff, but I never really have for some reason.
Well, man, hey, look, thanks a lot for sharing your video. I thought it was awesome. I mean, to go through that chapter showing some style and flair without healing, and showing some of the different moves that maybe people didn't realize, including myself, the jump over their head into the Azuna drop, and some of the really cool moves of mixing it up with the chucks, the running, was it the running Y?
Yeah, running Y with the Luna.
And also with the chucks, right? Or is it the hold? No, it's the hold Y, where he kind of does the spin around kick, and then the chucks hit him into the wall. If
that's YY.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the reason JayTB. So he knows all the moves. You know, I'm asking for clarification. But any final things that you want to add, JayTB, or?
No, I really enjoyed the video, and I really enjoyed the skiing thing too. Like I said, I've never been skiing, and like that just makes me want to go like even more. Like I really love to give that a try sometime.
Well, next time if we're ever out in that area, maybe we can go up to Mammoth. Was it Mammoth Lakes or something in California? Is that not too far from you? They usually have snow in like May or something, right?
Yeah, they've got snow late. Like it's one of the latest snows in the whole country.
Well, any final words on your part?
Thanks for having me on. If anybody wants to like really dive into and learn the weapons movesets, I would really encourage them to do like single weapon runs. Like that's when you and I met, Bigalski. That I was streaming on Mixer, and I was streaming my nunchucks only run. And I remember at one point I was I had my mic on, and I was like, motherfucker, and you wrote LOL in the chat, and I was like, oh, Bigalski, I know that name. What's up, man? And then
I don't know why I thought you were part of Iberian side, or well, maybe it was GameFAQs. I saw you. I knew your name from GameFAQs for a while, though. I think is what it was.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I knew to go and look at whenever I saw your name on Mixer.
Oh, cool.
Well, the rest is history, I guess. Okay, well, look, thank you to JayTB for doing the NG talk with me, and special thanks to Wyansas for letting us see a side of him and his gameplay, and it was very enjoyable. And guys, y'all take care. I appreciate it, and everyone else, we'll see you in the next video.
Take care, everyone. Peace.
See you, everybody.